In this video, we're going to explore what's happening inside the crypto market, just cover the latest news and the key levels that you need to know about. Is Ethereum and the entire crypto market set to explode? Let's find out, and let's run the numbers. Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS and the CTKS method. In this video, we're going to look through a lot of key levels, and I'm going to give you some insights into some fantastic bargains that could be coming up. And all of the indicators that I use are available from ctksmethod.org. Let's get into it. The crypto market is rebounding. Bitcoin is currently up 4.34%, Ethereum up 5.37%, BNB 6%, a little under 6% for Solana, XRP and TON doing not too badly at all. But what you can see, the distance from the all-time high for Bitcoin is still 14% below its all-time high. Ethereum 30% below, BNB 20%, Solana a whopping 40% below. And when we look at XRP is 86% below its previous all-time high. We're starting to get reports that Bitcoin is set for all-time new highs in 2024 as the correction is over. Bitcoin ETFs see their fifth largest weekly inflows despite that German selling. Bitcoin and Ethereum lead $17.8 billion worth of crypto inflows. In other news, presidential nominee Trump chooses crypto-friendly Bitcoin holder Senator J.D. Vance as a running mate. If Donald Trump wins the presidential election in November, America will have its first crypto vice president. In other news, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink believes that everybody should look into Bitcoin. And the iShares Bitcoin Trust has grown to become the biggest spot Bitcoin ETF, taking in more than $18 billion since its launch in January. Just as we predicted many years ago, when the big institutions finally come in and get their fingers into the crypto pie, it will immediately become safe for regular people to get into. Larry Fink is reaffirming that Bitcoin is digital gold, so if you're into gold, get into a little bit of Bitcoin. Larry says so. In fantastic news, the Ethereum ETFs are set to launch on July 23rd. And this is actually coinciding with the Bitcoin conference. So, wow. The Bitwise CEO projects, or CIO I should say, projects $15 billion worth of inflows into Ethereum ETFs by the end of 2025. With this said, it's time to look at the charts. With the Ethereum spot ETF coming out, I suggest you look at the Ethereum ecosystem. And what do we see? What's number 2? SHIB. SHIB could actually result in a really good uptake with the meme coins such as Pepe, with Floki, Bonk, Boom, Doge as well. So just keep this in mind. All groups are intercorrelated and interdependent. Something to keep in mind, SHIB is actually nearly 80% below its previous all-time high. Render is about 51% down, Mantle 48% down, and Arbitrum 68% down. Please keep in mind, Render is getting delisted from Binance. When things are starting to go parabolic, it's pretty important to know where your structural support and resistance levels are. Let's pop on the indicator, and you can see that I've just put these down here for your viewing pleasure. Okay, let's turn on the indicator and see what's cooking underneath Bitcoin structure. We can see that Bitcoin broke out of this 61,508 level, came up and blew through the 61,830, and then got stopped out for a considerable period of time at the 63,261, and consolidated for some time before breaking out from the 63,985 level. The levels to watch right now are 65,080 and 65,669. I share the indicator that I use inside the service. So if you're inside the service, please look at the levels above 65,669. The reason it's so important to understand what Bitcoin is doing, because Bitcoin is the middle of the river, and the alts form the banks, the upper bank, and the lower bank. Here we're looking at the top 60 alts. Right now, we can see the memes are out in front. And surprise, surprise, we can see Arbitrum in there. And ICP is currently resting. Tron generally shines in the dark, but the darkness has gone out. The light has come in. Sorry, Justin. As you can see here in real time, if Bitcoin goes up, the alts are going to follow. If Bitcoin goes down, the alts are going to follow as well. But if Bitcoin starts to break out, whoa baby, it's on. But Ken, is that true? Do the alts in fact follow Bitcoin's gravity? Here's Bitcoin. Look at its price. And it's this blue overlay across Ethereum. Notice any connections between how Bitcoin is moving and how Ethereum is moving. Please let me know in the comments. What about Solana? Do you see anything just resembling Bitcoin's gravitational pull on Solana? Again, please let me know in the comments. A lot of people think that the crypto projects move independently of each other. This has never been the case, but it doesn't stop people making really interesting conclusions. And here we can see something really interesting. Tron tends to shine in the darkness, and that means Tron is basically minting stablecoins. And it's doing other things, but that's a primary reason that Tron tends to go up as everybody cashes into their stablecoins. But if they're cashing out, we get a counter-trend movement. So please keep this in mind. It could make you a huge amount of money. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash. What is that doing? Relative to Bitcoin's gravity, yes sirree, it's just moving with it. What about AVAX? Yes it is. What about SHIB? And we talked about SHIB just before. It's part of the Ethereum ecosystem. Here we saw, as Bitcoin came down, poor old Dot, poor old Gavin, he got absolutely hammered. Dot was under pressure. But as Bitcoin picks up, guess what Dot does? It picks up as well. What about Chainlink? What are we noticing there? Yes, it's moving in the same direction. What about Near? Yes, it's going far with Bitcoin's gravitational pull. And the thing to remember is if Bitcoin goes up, we expect the alts to go up. If Bitcoin comes down, we expect the alts to come down as well, but it will be more brutal. Therefore, if you don't know the structural levels on Bitcoin, you're in a world of hurt because you're basically flying blind. The crypto market is incredibly fast-paced. This is why you need rapid signals, and the most rapid signals you'll find in terms of support and resistance are from the CTKS method. When we look at total crypto market cap, this is basically the entire crypto industry represented in one chart. How cool is that? What people typically do is that they look just from recent price action and say, oh, the support and resistance, there must have been support here and there must have been resistance there. But they don't account for all of price history. This is a really dangerous thing to do. You must account for all of price history. Let's just pop on the indicator. What we need to look at is where price is going over a period of time, and not all resistance and not all support levels are equal. For example, when we look at this structural resistance level, this is where all the buyers are getting stopped out by the sellers. This is sell pressure, and you can see that pressure just is really coming into the market right now. Price didn't even get up to this particular level. The sellers are very strong. You'll hear comments about profit taking. That generally defines that you've hit some kind of structural resistance level inside the market. And structure is across all of price history, not just a part of it. We can see in total crypto market cap, we got above this 2.265 trillion. And then we had two levels of structural resistance. That created a bit of a heartache for the entire crypto market. But as we broke out, the crypto market went just absolutely nuts, including the meme coins, which put in double-digit returns. But now we have to contend with this. We've got upward structural resistance levels. This means that the sellers are coming in to take profit. We move pretty fast and explosively as an entire crypto market because we got above this $2.281 trillion structural resistance line, confirmed it with a positive fresh air gap, and then went up through this lighter resistance level, and now we're just retracing. All of price action just moves in a wave. You can see it all the time. It comes down and goes up and comes down and goes up, and it's just moving between structural levels. If you don't know where the structural levels are, it is incredibly difficult to make any kind of informed decision because you simply don't know what you're looking at. And remember, crypto is full of exponential explosions in price and exponential implosions as well. You must know your structure. Knowing where structural support and structural resistance levels are is absolutely vital to your profitability. What are we looking at with Ethereum? Are we seeing a lot of structural overhead resistance, or are we at a confirmed structural support level? In order to answer this question, we just mark up the chart with level 1 and level 2 standard certification. And those people inside the service can just pop on the indicator. So just let's do that and save ourselves a lot of time. What we're seeking to do here is to understand the movements inside the market, to get our X-ray vision. I'll just help you out here and put some values to these particular lines for ETH. Okay, all done. Now what did we see here? Ethereum just got over that 33.45 and converted it to support. If it converts it to support, it challenged the 33.81, the 33.95, and the 34.06 level. Because there were so many levels here, it stopped the price and it went flat. This is a consolidation approach and typically happens when price is coming up into strong structural resistance, was the case in this particular time. Then we saw a positive fresh air gap all the way up to 34.95, and you can see Ethereum literally hit that level and said, ouch, there's a lot of sellers there, I'm backing off, because price is always moving in a wave-based function. Just because it comes down doesn't mean it's all over. It just means it's normal. A lot of people will be rushing into the market now with all those positive news headlines. Buy, 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 let's get in. But don't forget, price is moving in a wave. You can structure your trades and investments so you dollar cost average in, or you do your trades around structural levels. It's a pretty damn good way to do things. It's really easy to get amnesia inside the crypto market, so just be aware that the last time ETH started to pump, Solana did get hit. This is just something to be aware of. But Solana's prospects going forward are exceptionally good. Let's have a look where the structural levels are. Structure literally tells us everything, okay, and especially how clustered the structure is as well. I'll pop some numbers on there just to help you out. We can see that Solana came up and pinged the 146.25 mark and then said, ouch, I am out of here. These particular levels, when price is above, they act as safety nets. They're not brick walls. A lot of people think that that line just causes a harsh reversal. That's not the case. It depends on what Bitcoin and the entire market is doing, but they become gravitationally aligned. And we can see Solana held that 139.14 mark for quite a while, came back and challenged that 146.25, and as Bitcoin and crypto in total went for it, we can see that Solana went for it as well. This is exactly what we would expect. But you can also see around that 160.13, we've got a lot of sellers exerting pressure in here right at the current time. Knowing your structural levels is an antidote for fear of missing out, because you can see structure just is the absolute definition of what happens to price. If you know where your structure is, you're ahead of 95% of people. Without structure, you're simply looking at a chart, trying to figure out where the support and resistance levels actually are, and that's what charts run on. What we know is Bitcoin and total crypto market cap control the fate of all the alts inside the crypto space. So Ethereum is largely moving in directional correlation with Bitcoin. Solana is doing the same. ADA, XRP, and Doge all doing the same thing. We know about the river and Bitcoin's gravitational pull. But a lot of people don't understand intercorrelation and interconnection. Bitcoin is not a separate universe. It's not something disconnected from the financial system. It is connected, just like everything else is. So all of the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 charts will send signals to Bitcoin and tell it to behave or tell it to go crazy. Just be aware that there are always crypto-specific events that can push the charts out of alignment. But if you're looking at the Russell, you're getting the right idea on what's happening inside the crypto market. There's a bit of a tip there. Please let me know in the comments, do you think Ethereum and Ethereum Classic are set to just rock and roll? How do you think a rally like that would affect Solana? And what do you think is going to happen to all of the other alts? And if you would like the structural levels for all of these 32 charts, it's available from ctksmethod.org. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.